No, we're not even doing that yet. So we have not been outside doing our podcast forever.
So we're not seasoned.
Because we went to Jagoff late night.
We don't even know what we're doing.
Back in October, on October 13th, as a matter of fact.
How about that?
But here we are back outside. We kind of, as you said, kind of get our together.
Yeah,
and,
we got
so we're working on that. But the cool thing is, I think, of coming over here to the bridge was, one, our office is kind of in the shadow of the bridges.
Yes.
And we had the most famous equipment carrier in Pittsburgh today.
My dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Johnny Angel was like, John,
do
I take this
on
bag?
the way over.
Do
Across the street.
Right.
He thought that our little crosswalk was like Abbey Road.
That's right. That's right.
How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
And he loves the Beatles so much. So here we are at the 65th annual Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival. It is a tradition, and so we are so honored because we've been on multiple stages here whenever our podcast was remote.
Yeah.
We were in the backstage, the backyard stage last year. The year before, it was a different stage. Here we are now on the Rachel Carson Bridge. I feel like this is so iconic.
I know.
And the coolest part is it is the arts market. So it's the artist market where if you walk along this bridge over the weekend, there are so many different makers doing so many different things. And listen, I would be remiss if I did not give a huge shout out. I'm being partial, but our girls, Yin's Lids, are going to be here at some point.
Somewhere, yes.
We are so proud
them
of them. We've been with them for 100 years. They do all of our hats. They do so many unique things, and they are going to be here at the Three Rivers Arts Festival this year. So shout out to them. Super stoked.
Downtown is what we're looking at. If you're watching it, we're sorry for you because we wanted to see what we wanted to see.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's exactly
I think, should we start the show? If you're first time listening or watching, we'd ask that you subscribe to it on YouTube, ask that you subscribe to it on your podcast review, but also know that this airs every Friday, 10 o'clock on Q92.9, and we appreciate everybody listening. So,
and as always, if you have some cool Pittsburgh stories, cool Pittsburgh things happening, hit us up because we want to know about them so we can talk about them.
Right. We always talk about what's on the blog this week, and we kind of shortcutted it just because we want to make sure we give time to our talent that's going to be here. But Emma Hopf is the big one. Emma Hopf,
right.
Gene Kelly winner from where? North Hills High School. What do we know about North Hills High School? Monica?
Magic foot. That's how it goes.
Rachel's on the school board.
I know on the bingo card that if you say I'm on the school board, you get like some prize. But let me tell you, in addition, if you missed out on the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, you were the loser because I went to every single show. There were 7 shows. I actually made 6 of the 7 because we podcasted one of them. And Emma Hopf literally stole the show. There is so much talent, not only at North Hills, but for winning the Gene Kelly Award. Do you know what that's like? The talent in that room was like nothing I've ever seen before.
And she gets to go now to New York City for the
I didn't even realize.
the Jammies or something like that.
It's called the Jimmy Awards. Yeah, I didn't know that that's what
so
happens.
she'll be in competition for the same prize.
Yeah.
Same award
bigger.
through with
It's
everybody.
even bigger.
For everybody in the country.
So we got to interview her. John's shutting me up about Emma, but let me tell you, you need to check that out.
All right. In the meantime, we are out and about, and we're staying out and about for the next month because we're not going back to 5000 McKnight Road because we're going on our Porch tour for Zachary's mission.
Yeah, super excited. So thanks to People's Gas because this is their 3rd year in sponsoring the Zachary's Mission Porch Tour. And what that is Zachary's Mission does some great things, including Zach Packs for people who are experiencing overnight extended stays in hospitals. And they need the necessities that are beyond, just the little soaps that you get when you're in a hospital. So we provide that by all of our Porch hosts. They collect items for people, and not just any items, but the wish list items that are given by Zachary's Mission. And 4 different hosts host these amazing parties. And from what I'm hearing, it's going to be crazy.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to go. We have to go
excited.
get our little Mitch Minute going on here, right?
Mitch, what happened to your...
What do you mean?
Tell me.
So in February, we went skiing at Seven Springs, and I wiped out. And I tore my tricep off the bone and had surgery 4 weeks ago. That's not really what happened. They didn't want to give him the check he deserved, but I fought for it and got it. Cost me an arm. Cost them an arm and a leg.
You'll do anything for your clients.
Yes, and we fight for our clients. You should have seen the other guy.
Hey, mister, what are you doing?
I'm just fixing your screens.
Why? because the other ones are kind of old.
After 40 years in business, Screenmobile has seen it all. From simple window and door screens to 3-season rooms, motorized screens, and more. Screenmobile is here to help.
Why is the sky blue? Why do birds put their nests so high up?
Our team of professional technicians is ready to answer your questions. Well, most of them. And help you find the best screen solution for your home or workplace. Screenmobile. You call, we screen.
PittsburghUsedCars.com. With hundreds of used cars across 8 dealerships throughout the city, we provide the greater Pittsburgh area with a premium used car buying experience. Looking for unbeatable pricing on some of the best used cars in Pittsburgh? Visit Pittsburgh Used Cars Clearance Zone today. We're providing out-the-door pricing on all of our clearance zone inventory. PittsburghUsedCars.com.
Yeah, Jagoff late night, and we are on the bridge. Not taking the bridge.
We're
on
not
the bridge
taking
at
it, I
the Three
promise.
Rivers Arts Festival, otherwise known as TRAF, and we have to call it TRAF, Dollar Savings Bank TRAF, because
No, Dollar Bank.
Dollar Bank.
You were so close,
Dollar
and Sarah
Bank is
loves it.
so
It
close.
wouldn't be the Jagoff podcast if you didn't mess that up. We've messed it up every year.
Yeah.
And Sarah tells us every year how to say it, so it's just part of our shtick.
Dollar Bank.
Yeah.
Dollar Bank.
Three Rivers
Dollar
Arts
Bank,
Festival.
Three Rivers Arts Festival.
TRAF.
TRAF and Sarah Aziz, you've been a part of our podcast life for almost as long as the podcast has been going on. So, and you have been a part of the Cultural Trust for that entire time. Now you're getting ready to move on. But before we talk about sad things, let's talk about happy things. The TRAF is starting today, and there's so much to do.
There is so much to do. Also, I'm not really leaving the trust, so let's
the
curb
roll.
everyone's
Panic?
sadness,
Yeah.
panic.
Right.
Yeah.
Panic at the
no,
disco.
the trust is going through some transitions. We're going to hire a new chief programming and engagement officer, and they are going to be amazing. And I am going to shift into focusing on diversity, equity, and inclusion, because you guys know that is my jam. And
Yeah.
my
It's your jam.
favorite thing that I have done during my time directing the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival, a production of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, is diversify the lineup on the stages and in the artist market, and really focus on making sure everybody feels like they belong. That is my
That is
goal
no
here.
easy lift, and you have done it so well.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
It's
I think
really
that is amazing.
fun.
It's amazing to see. When we were not actually recording, I said to you, your music lineup, just as one piece of the whole arts festival, is completely mind-blowing.
Thank you.
There are so many acts that I'm like, oh, can't do that. I got to be at the arts festival. I'm not lying. I literally, every act, we were like, oh my gosh, they're going to be there. They're going to
Yeah.
be there. There's a reason to come down here.
Yeah, for sure. Also,
Gosh.
it's all free. Like,
It's all free.
You know, if you don't like it, we'll totally give you your money back. Every
There you go.
time.
That's easy to
There
say.
you go. Easy
Yeah.
to say. No, but truly, we are so lucky to have taken on this event. This is the 15th year that it's been under the umbrella of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, but it's the 65th year
Yeah.
of the festival.
Crazy.
You know, it started in 1960 under the Carnegie Museums, and I just really, I feel like this is the unofficial kickoff to summer, and everybody's just kind of like, oh, it's TRAF, it's Arts Fest, it's the Three Rivers Arts Festival.
Yeah.
You know, it's just taken for granted, and I just really want all the Pittsburghers out there to like pat yourselves on the back, because most cities don't have this. Most cities do not have a free festival that has gone on consecutively for 65 years, let alone that's happening for 10 days. And sometimes it was like 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, it's bananas that we have been able to support it for that long. And so kudos to all those Jags out there getting it done.
You
Buying
said
the
it so
art,
well.
coming
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah,
And Sarah,
exactly.
Do we
exactly.
do we actually have a waiting list of people that want to come and be vendors
We
here
do,
as far as
yeah.
artists?
So the way the artists work, we get so many emails of, hey, can I set my tent up? And we would love for you to set your tent up. The way it works is this is a juried show. So we have an application process that opens in the fall and it closes in January. And then we have jurors evaluate all of the artists. And then we try to put together a balanced market based on scores, but also we look at you know, the different kinds of arts, the different mediums, the different artists, where they're coming from, all of that to balance it. This year we had about 700 applicants, and we have 326 artists here over the 10 days. So yeah, it's it's pretty incredible.
I love that you say juried, because that is not an easy thing, and I would not want to be a part of that. There's so many different, everybody says everybody's an artist. So there's so many different facets, I guess is the word of art.
There are. Luckily, we have a rubric. We have some ways to evaluate everyone so that people, artists, applicants are being evaluated in the same way. You
Sure.
can't. There's no buy sell here, which means, some artist markets you'll go to and people kind of like buy things and then zhuzh them. Everything here is
Zhuzh,
handmade,
the
which,
act of zhuzhing.
No shade to that. That is awesome. It's just not what we have here.
Sure.
This is all like 100% handcrafted, fine arts and crafts market, which is so special. And to have 326 of these artists, and the emerging artists are my favorites. They're brand new baby artists that have never done this before, of all ages and such, but it just means they've never
Sarah,
done.
do you
an
follow
arts.
through with them? Because you've seen a lot of these. Sure. So for the last however many years you've been doing this, you've seen these emerging artists and sort of followed their path, their journey,
So
right?
this year we're gonna have signs in all of the booths of the people who used to be an emerging artist. The Eustas.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them who started as emerging artists, and I love walking through and being like, oh, I remember when you were an emerging artist, to so many of the artists. But that program started in 2002, which was well before my time, and it's been kind of a model for festivals across the country to really launch people's career, because this is very different than having an Etsy store or selling in a local like Love Pittsburgh shop.
Right.
And so
you can get your Jagoff coffee there.
You sure can get your Jagoff coffee there.
I didn't know if you knew that, but yeah.
It is right in the heart of the cultural district,
It
Rachel.
really
I'm
is.
super
Yeah,
familiar.
for sure.
But anyway, we do love Pittsburgh. And the artists in these markets, though, pretty much like tour.
Sure.
It's like being a band on tour, except without like all of the fancy tour buses and all the other rock and roll business.
Right.
And so it's nice to have this program for people to be like, I really liked that. That was a really fun 5 days.
Yeah.
I think I do want to quit my job and do this and go on the road, or like, that was super great and I'm so glad I did it, but I love my Etsy shop and my day job.
Exactly.
and kind of know that before you make the big leap. So I love that program so much.
Yeah, that's a great. I love all the programs, so I don't know how you can even say that. And again, you have been a part of it for so long. If you're just listening now, we're talking to Sarah Aziz. What is your official title right now? Interim?
Right now, my
Yes.
official title is Interim Vice President of Programming and Manager of DEAI Initiatives.
You know her as our MC and our commentator for our game shows.
Yeah.
In February, which I don't care
My
what your
favorite
title
thing.
is with the Cultural Trust. You will always be that with us, because we absolutely
it.
adore any opportunity with you. Go ahead.
Hey,
I know you wanted to say more. I know. Go ahead.
Did you want to talk, John?
John, go.
My question is, it's kind of cool that, if someone says, oh, I went down here Saturday to see TRAF, the cool thing is if you come back next Saturday, you're going to see different artists, right?
Completely different artists. Completely different. So these folks that loaded in yesterday and in a few stragglers this morning, these folks are here until Tuesday. Tomorrow we're going to add another 75 artists that are just here on Saturday and Sunday. And then when these folks leave on Tuesday night, a whole new batch is going to come in on Wednesday. And then we're going to add another extra boost next weekend as well.
Wow.
So that's where you get the 326. So the most common email that we get is, I was down here on Tuesday and I wanted to buy this necklace for my wife, and I took a picture and I took it home and she does in fact love it, and I'm back here Wednesday and I swear I'm in the right place, but now there is a woodworker. And
You're like, we
"Yep,
moved them on you just while you were gone.
You didn't miss anything
Right.
except for that we do transfer artists. So we try to tell people, buy in the moment if you can.
Yeah.
It's a
If
great
you
point.
can't, send us an email and we will tell you where that artist is and we will get you the necklace for your wife. But
I love that.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit about musicians, because obviously that's my jam. So give us a little
Yeah.
rundown of like, what's the feedback that you're getting? You've been all over the news, obviously, for the last 2 weeks for the fact that TRAF was coming, but you got so much credit for these music acts coming in.
people are really excited about the headliners this
Yeah.
year, for sure.
Because they're all headliners.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. The 7:30 shows are all we're really excited, and they are very diverse. There are lots of different genres. We really try to curate 10 days where somebody is going to identify with the artist as the headliner. So tonight we kick off, well, first of all, we love. My other favorite thing other than emerging artists is giving local bands the opportunity to open for these national acts. So that's my other favorite thing. So at 6 p.m. tonight, Pittsburgh fan favorite Meeting of Important People is going to open for Pokey Lafarge. So yeah, that tonight's kind of like a folky, rocky kind of jam. Tomorrow, we don't have any local bands on the main stage because we have too many national acts. Los Lonely Boys is coming in, and they are touring with the Altons and the Sinceres. So yeah, just
not working.
No. So that's happening tomorrow. Sunday is Martha Redbone. Super excited to have her. Monday we have the Symphony, which fan favorite year after year. Tuesday, we all summer long, all year long, we have free jazz live on Tuesdays. So we thought we'll sort of smush that with the Arts Festival.
You'll smush and judge it up.
Smush and judge, that's what we do.
We smush and judge here.
Yes, and so Nicole Zaraitis, who won the Grammy for Best Female Vocalist in Jazz, is Tuesday. Wednesday is Ozo Motley, and if you come to Ozo Motley and you don't dance and have fun, I'll give you a gift card to something. I don't even know. It is impossible. I'll give you a free funnel cake. So that's Wednesday. Thursday is...
Look how you know this without
I don't even know what
I
I'm
know.
doing
Thursday's
tomorrow,
Say
you know
She
every
She.
band.
I do.
Gigi Jaja.
Say She She. It's a femme band. They're amazing. Friday is Doom Flamingo, kind of hard rock, also fronted by a woman. Saturday, we're going old school. Sugar Hill Gang.
Cannot wait.
Furious 5. Yes. It'll be like We Are Children, and it will be amazing. And then we're going to round out with Ben Folds, closing it up
Just
on
a
Sunday.
Bit, a little something.
Little paper airplane tour stop. So come down.
Yeah.
Throw paper airplanes with, your 1,000 favorite neighbors.
Just expect us
at
at everything.
Sarah Aziz, it was so glad that you could join us. If
Thanks
people
for
want to
having
go
me.
find out as they're listening, find out what's happening after they watch this or listen, where do they go?
They go to trustarts.org/TRAF, TRAF.
The Dollar Bank.
Sarah Aziz,
Three Rivers Arts Festival.
A production of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust.
She's so used to having our question of the day, but do you see this amazing painting?
I do.
I mean, do you know what it is? It's pretty easy.
It's fruit.
They're
It's
really
a fruit
good at
salad.
it.
Our artists are Julia and
Emily.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And so Julia and Emily. Emily, you have the microphone. Tell us
Yes,
a little bit about what
hello.
you're doing here. You're not done yet, are you?
I mean,
She's like, I've been waiting for you. You cued me like 3 times.
Yeah, right.
Did you?
Right.
Was this a joint effort?
yes,
All right.
definitely.
So what was the
We're
inspiration? How about
very
that?
creative. We work off of each other's energies.
Oh, I love that,
Yeah.
Emily.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Sarah, what is your, what would you call that? Can you title that? That's our question of the day.
Fruit salad.
Fruit
salad.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we are actually talking to an emerging artist from the Three Rivers Arts Festival. Stay with us, you Jagoff Late Night.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
You will never regret your time on the ambulance because it will come with you and become a part of you. It helps you grow as a person and gives you life experience that you would never have had access to otherwise. What other job do you go to school for 9 months and you get to go out and innovate people in the field, right? I'm putting tubes down people's throats to help them breathe. I'm starting IVs. I'm giving, ketamine, fentanyl.
This is a very rewarding job. I love coming to work every day. It's always something different. I don't really call this work.
Probably amazing. Just because you can change the life of someone in moments, you can bring someone back to life.
We're living in this crisis of everyone not being able to afford secondary education or finding employment after that. This is something you can do very quickly. Having an EMT is very short. You can do it in 3 months. It's a very small financial commitment.
PittsburghUsedCars.com. With hundreds of used cars across 8 dealerships throughout the city, we provide the greater Pittsburgh area with a premium used car buying experience. Looking for unbeatable pricing on some of the best used cars in Pittsburgh? Visit Pittsburgh Used Cars Clearance Zone today. We're providing out-the-door pricing on all of our clearance zone inventory. PittsburghUsedCars.com. Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's.
John and Rachel, you Jagoff late night, and again, we are on the bridge of the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival 2024. Thank you very much. Yeah. I did it, of course, when the boss wasn't here, but
Sarah makes you nervous.
We love the fact that actually no. I love the fact that we get to talk to artists, and we pulled an artist right from the bridge, came right in. Emily, welcome to the Jagoff podcast.
Thank you very much, guys.
I love the fact that we're sitting at Sarah said it's the emerging artist market area. So she handpicked you. You must be among the best of the best, right?
Well, thank you. I'd like to think so.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you coming down because it's the beginning of it. So for people who don't know, obviously it's not nighttime. It's a gorgeous day, and it's the kickoff of the 65th annual. How cool is this? This is not your first time. This is your first time.
So this is my first time being a artist at the Three Rivers Festival. Definitely not my first time as an attendee of the festival.
Of course, yes. Are you Pittsburgh born?
Yes, definitely Pittsburgh born. So coming to the festival was always a tradition.
Sure.
A lot of important life events have happened here. I've loved the Arts Festival always been a big part of my summer.
That's pretty awesome. So what started your artistry, and what is it? What do you do?
So what I do right now, I consider myself to be a mixed media artist.
Ooh, I love mixed media.
Everyone always asks me, what does that mean? And so for me, that's a combination of seeing that border between sculpture and painting.
Okay.
So a lot of my paintings, they're acrylic, and they have a lot of heavy texture and details worked into them. So definitely a feel to them, not just something flat.
Okay.
How does something like that come to be, though? Because I say all the time, art is how people perceive it. And we've interviewed so many different artists and people who have galleries and things like that. And I say, I am not artistic. And they correct me and say, you are. Everyone has some kind of an art.
Yep.
So how did the whole mixed media thing come to be? Were you very affluent in your art classes when you were younger? Did you just sort of see something that sparked your interest?
Yeah, so I honestly had always liked painting. My dad had got me involved in that. He got me a Bob Ross how-to painting book.
Stop it!
Yes,
that's the iconic question.
Little tree.
Yes, when I was in 3rd grade, and I instead of a paint by numbers, because that's what I asked for Christmas, and he said, try this instead. And I loved it.
Oh my God, who doesn't love Bob Ross?
So, right, he's an inspirational guy. And anyway, so that's kind of where I started. So I was definitely more strictly painting territory.
Sure.
And then later when I went into college, I had an art teacher who encouraged painting to be outside of the box and was kind of like, what's the difference between painting and sculpture? How could the two be closer together? What makes a painting a painting? Mm-hmm. And that really got me thinking about what I'm doing and how I could expand painting. It's not just a flat substance. It can mean so much more. And I've kind of latched onto that, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
So
that's awesome.
Did you kind of, as you started to gain it as a talent, did you use it more of an escape, and now it's more like work?
Good question.
Oh, thanks, Rachel. Emily, I hope you
It's not even scripted, Emily, because you literally were not supposed to be here, so we love it.
Now it's more like it's a job because it's working out pretty well.
It's still definitely a passion.
Okay.
I mean, there's parts of it that definitely do feel more like work and other parts that are more fun. But it's all things that I want to do. I want to be here.
Sure.
I want to continue to pursue this. So yeah, I forget what your original question was, but I still love doing art. It's not a chore to me. If
No,
that was
yeah,
it.
it's like, did you start it out as like kind of therapy and now it's full time for you? Like you've turned it into that, I guess. Not that it's a pain in the butt that it's full time, but you really enjoy it because it's now your real passion.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I think art definitely has a therapeutic component to it, and a lot of my work, not necessarily right now, but in previous years, had been doing more art therapy programming with kids. Encouraging that creativeness that everyone has, and I think kind of fostering that visual language that everyone has that doesn't know how to tap into. I do feel that visual is so much more impactful to me than language spoken. So yeah, for me in my own work, definitely therapeutic and enjoyable.
What was the hardest thing for you to figure out?
That's a
Do
really
you
good
try
answer.
to copy things? Like, do you look at that building, try to paint that building, or is it more kind of just avant-garde?
I consider things to be definitely more abstract for me.
Okay.
I do pull inspiration from landscapes and nature, and different, those kind of like rich earthy tones. But I prefer to have some abstraction and interpretation in my work as opposed to, here's a very distinct image, you know what you're getting. Because I feel art has its own story and memory to each individual person.
Yeah, that's
and
exactly
I
right.
think that's a really important part of art.
Okay.
For takeaways, as you said, this has become a tradition, right? Most Pittsburghers come here no matter what.
Sure.
We expect a little bit of rain, but we also know that it's
Yes.
going to be, amazing opportunities to see so many different types of art. Do you channel that as well? Was there something that maybe you saw, or that was it the impetus for you to keep trying to be on sort of the bill here? Did that play a part on your art? I didn't mean to rhyme. That's my art, just FYI.
You know what? I think I was definitely inspired by artists that I saw here early on, like when I was in high school and college, and like they definitely gave me inspiration. I wanted to emulate their work and
Sure.
what they were doing. I paid close attention to their booths and what they were doing and their pricing and that kind of stuff, and it helped
Right.
me learn, I think, early on, like what I wanted and what direction to go in. And there were awesome artists, some past emerging artists who have been great and instrumental in helping me, just kind of direct me and offer insight and wisdom. So artists have been...
Well, I asked that
yeah.
because Sarah talked about how, she follows the journeys of a lot of these emerging artists.
Sure.
So that, to me, that resonates because it's just like you're going to a concert and you sort of see the concert and you're like, I love this band. I'm going to continue to follow. It's the same thing, right?
Yep.
And so
Yep.
you get to kind of watch their journey and see what's happening. So we love it. We
Yeah.
appreciate, listen, for a quick background story, we were not expecting to interview Emily, and she is absolutely fantastic. We cannot wait
Thank
to
you.
wrap up so that we can go see what's going on. at
Emily,
your booth.
what is your canvas? Is it literally canvas, or is there cardboard, or I know some artists use other things.
Yeah, sure. So some of my pieces are backed on wood panel or
Okay.
pieces of wood, and then other of them are on canvas. And then my materials that I incorporate are little pieces of wood, paper, fiber, thread, things like that, and acrylic on top.
You're a
We
painter?
we have to go past.
Yeah. What's that?
We have to go past because I
we
have so many walls in my house that are so bare, and I keep saying to my husband, like, I don't want, and this is I don't mean this for anybody because everything's art, but I don't want like Pittsburgh or the Renebecks. I don't want that. I want something that's going to jump out at me, and I never thought I was an artsy person, but I would love to come by and see what that kind of art looks like.
Booth 90. I'm here.
Booth 90.
through-
I love it.
Here through Tuesday. So.
Oh, okay. So I'm here till Tuesday. So
Yep.
if somebody comes by, you could actually come back for 3 days.
Yes.
Right? But like Sarah said, react quickly because it is so true. You want
Yeah.
people to engage when they're there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're like, yes, that's what I want. That's why I'm
Love
here
engagement.
talking to you
Yes,
right now.
Rachel is now your statement person. Right. All right, so you are a painter. We did use canvas. And
Yep.
the Merry Widows, they're not over there anymore.
Where did the Merry Widows go?
They kind of escaped out of there.
Where's
but
their microphone?
The Merry Widows were over there adding to the paint. So because this is the Arts Festival, we wanted to have something that was interactive. And, so we're kind of painting on this spot. And so far, Julia and Emily have created this painting. And,
What did they add? The squiggles?
I don't know what the Merry Widows actually
Is it
added. I
music
don't know,
notes?
other than talent.
Can anyone hear them?
No.
Where are they?
You're supposed to be over there by the microphone.
You need to go to the microphone.
All right, but
So we're looking at it and we're seeing a lot of color, but now I read the Marys.
But
okay.
what would you title it? We always have a question of the day on the podcast, and we would just kind of want to know. This one is, what would you title this? The first one was fruit salad. So you're not allowed to pick that.
And we sang fruit salad. I did.
This is for $10,000.
Fruit salad.
I'm just kidding.
Yum,
wow,
yummy.
I'm thinking, what's the little fruit candy? Is it Runts? That's what I'm seeing right there. Literally all of the flavors. Yeah.
So Donna and Jan from the Merry Widows, you guys have the Merry Widows podcast. You've been on our podcast before. Tell us a little bit about what you added to the painting here at Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival.
Because you were not expecting to be on camera or on microphone, but here you go.
But somehow your hair's still done.
Donna did the notes here with the dancer.
Okay.
And then we wrote Mary's on here.
Okay.
Of course, we had to have music on there because we're all about music and we're all about dancing. So what else could you ask for from the Marys?
If you're new to this, they are the most amazing Golden Girls of Pittsburgh, and they show up at different things that we do. We were just at the City Paper Karaoke Cabaret. They showed up and they sang off the cuff. Like, they were the opening act, had no problem with it. They are just happy
that's awesome.
and happy-go-lucky.
Happy
and
widows.
there's music and happy widows.
Happy
Merry widows.
They're not married. They're not married. They're merry as in Christmas, and they're widows. Right.
So there you go. So they added the music and the dance component. We love it. Are you artists in nature? Like, what's your art?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Stick figures and keeps up here.
Right. Right. What is your favorite colors that you guys picked?
Green, but we did red though.
All right.
Red
I love
and
it.
green.
All right, nice.
Red and
nice.
green, Marys.
Merry Christmas.
Jan, what
Merry
is your
Widows.
hidden art talent? Do you have one?
I do not have one.
Yes, you do.
Jan says she does not have one, just in case you didn't hear it.
Emily,
All right.
everyone
I
has
know
an
what it
art
is.
talent.
I know
Yes.
what it is. It's matching. If everything doesn't match perfectly in her outfit, forget it. She can't wear
Nice.
it.
It's fashion.
So she's a matcher.
There you go. Matchy Jan. Make sure you follow the Merry Widows podcast. They're just amazing, lovely women, and they are constantly doing something in Pittsburgh as well. But Emily, where can everybody find you and follow you so that they can learn more about your art?
Yeah, sure. So my handle on Instagram is Art Beyond the Barriers. Same for my website, and my title of my business is just Emily D. Conklin, my name.
I love it. Emily,
Yeah,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Again, so Pittsburgh, right? That we literally had somebody run up, Parker ran up and said, hey, we need a guest. And you came and you did an amazing job.
Yeah.
You have me wanting
Thank
to
you
come
guys
see your
very
art.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
I
luck.
appreciate
Booth
the opportunity.
90.
Booth
Yeah,
90.
Booth 90.
Booth
On the
90
bridge.
through Tuesday.
Woo, rip it up. It's John and Rachel, your Jagoff Late Night.
Hey, mister, what are you doing?
I'm just fixing your screens.
Why?
Because the other ones are kind of old.
After 40 years in business, Screenmobile has seen it all. From simple window and door screens to 3-season rooms, motorized screens, and more. Screenmobile is here to help.
Why is the sky blue? Why do birds put their nests so high up?
Our team of professional technicians is ready to answer your questions. Well, most of them. And help you find the best screen solution for your home or workplace. Screenmobile. You call, we screen.
Welcome to Fernandez. Can I take your orders? You need a tappet? No, we don't use this. We know how to yell the sandwich to cook. Here we go. Thank you, Tony. Anytime.
Dig in.
It's John and Rachel. We love to dig into iconic Pittsburgh places like Permanis. So we brought our friends from People's Gas. Hey, guys.
Hey, it's that time of year again when homeowners are going to start those outdoor projects. So what we need you to know is please call at least 3 business days before you dig.
It doesn't matter if it's a big project like a pool or a new garage or something small like a mailbox. Always call before you dig.
I called. We can dig in.
So please call 811 3 business days before excavating so you don't have to call 911.
Though there are a few more chain stores here now, there are still the mom and pops and also local art. Right here, just off of Walnut by Patagonia, Captured. This is an open air art gallery where you can even submit your own photos to be hung up. And you'll see at night they have these white lights that are going to come on. But it's so cool. It's all local artists, and there's a mural on the other side here. Just really incredible. You can see the benches. You can sit, read a book, take a little time out. It's gorgeous. So what do you love about coming to this area or this part of Shadyside?
Well, we live here, and it's kind of nice just how walkable everything is. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I knew that, like, if I wanted to, like, live in Pittsburgh, I wanted to live in the Shady Side area because of all like the small businesses and whatnot around here.
It's nice to walk around on a nice day.
Jagoff late night, and we were talking about, I really don't have a Pittsburghese issue, but I do overextend the ant. You know, Pittsburghers do that. Like, as I said, Brianna, I say Brianna, and it's just an awful twangy kind of Pittsburgh Yinzer thing. It's just thick. I don't know if it's lazy tongue or what. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
but
well, that's my Yinzer thing.
I just know it's Brianna at this
there
point,
you go.
right?
So
And
I introduced her correctly,
This
right?
is one of the few podcasts I got the names right. So welcome to the podcast. We appreciate
There
you
you go.
hanging out on the bridge with us today.
Hi, guys. Yes, thank you for having me. You're so funny.
Oh, our kids think we're a load of laughs.
Yeah,
so we're so excited because you are one of those music guests who we've wanted to have on the show for quite some time. You end up in the bullpen early on, and we're like, oh, we got to get Brianna on. Oh, we have to get Brianna on. And then life happens, and we're doing something, and you're certainly doing something. But this has literally been since Picklesburg of last year when we saw you perform. And obviously have followed your journey through social media and all the different places where you've performed and said, we really need you to come on and do a live song or two. And now finally, almost a year later, we're getting into the hot season, so we know. Almost a year later, we finally get you on. So welcome for the first time ever.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. And you know what, Rachel? It couldn't have worked out more perfect because we're down here in the beautiful city of Pittsburgh at the Arts Festival. We got the great weather, and our city is just so unique, and it was so wonderful listening to the earlier segment with like how many years the Arts Festival has been in our city and all that it does to lift up the artists and the musicians and the local acts. It's just so cool to be here. So
the history,
thank
you're
you.
absolutely right. Oh, please.
And
You
I
belong.
know we're interviewing you, but I think my one commentary is the fact that some people were just here from Georgia said when we were in Pittsburgh, we remember it being at Point State Park.
Wow.
And I think some people said, well, that's going to miss. We're going to miss that.
Right.
And I don't think we do because I think the cool thing is the move up to the cultural district here has
Right.
really played well on the bridges. Let alone we still have Point State Park to go down and hang out and not
Right.
swim in the fountain.
Exactly. Right.
Not swim. Right. So it's the act of not swimming, but swim. Yeah.
No, if
I
you
got
swim,
it.
you just don't tell anybody you did
Well,
it.
what I love about Pittsburgh, I don't know about you guys, but what I love about it is that I don't know that there are many cities that are like, we're going to shut down traffic on major bridges and throughways because we have an arts festival or whatever, insert whatever it might be. But to me, I think that just shows that our infrastructure is completely behind the fact that this is happening. It's a great thing.
Right.
You know?
And it's a beautiful thing because we have so much of that diversity. I mean, I think we're mainly known for our sports, but then again, we're not because there's so
We're
much
not.
arts and culture and all of it like really comes full circle. And we're so fortunate to have it as a part of Pittsburgh where other cities, they don't have this,
Correct.
you know?
And you actually are not from Pittsburgh, correct? You're from like the Johnstown area.
Johnstown. Yep.
Boom. Get it, Rach? I didn't even look at my script yet. I just knew that because, for full disclosure, we've met Brianna before, and we've actually worked with you for, I think, going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
met you through Women Who Rock. So we're super stoked because that's coming up again, obviously. But that venture and that amazing thing that's growing as well has brought your ability to kind of come out of your shell and become a performer, right?
Right, exactly, yeah. And Women Who Rock is such a great organization. And I actually am a 2021 graduate of Point Park University. I have a degree in sports arts and entertainment business management from them. And through that, I was able to connect with my professor, Melinda Calese, who's the founder of Women Who Rock. And it was just one of those things where, again, our city literally gears up students and the youth, you know, to excel in their post-grad professional life. And I was lucky enough that that happened with me. I developed a relationship with Melinda, started working with Women Who Rock, and it was just so cool because, as you know, Women Who Rock is an organization that champions women in music, but also gives back to McGee Women's Research Institute for healthcare and research for women. And with that music tie-in, I mean, it was just so awesome to be able to continue that work in Pittsburgh all these years and lift up women in the music industry and also make the fabulous connections like you guys. You guys are so much fun.
Was that in your script?
Oh, my God.
Did somebody write that in your
Here,
script?
look, it's on the back of this piece of paper. She read it really well.
You just held it up just a little
so
bit.
So I think it's interesting, Not that anybody can really fast forward through the School of Hard Knocks as far as music and writing and, but I have to say that you get kind of a little leapfrog ahead when you're working with people like here in Pittsburgh. You know, we did an event at Johnny Angel's Ginchy Stuff with Johnny Angels. And you're involved with Melinda Calese and all these things. That has to somehow spark you a little bit ahead of the class.
Yes, and it's so meaningful, and that's actually why I chose to go to school here in Pittsburgh versus the big cities, Los Angeles, Nashville, because I was like, I want something that's close to home, but I also want to make the connections in my life that are meaningful and purposeful, and really get to develop that sense of community and know other artists in the area and other organizations, and through that there's just nothing to be able to replace that kind of connection.
That's a great point.
Even taking it into the next step, whatever's next, just having that foundation here in Pittsburgh was super important to me.
Well, again, somewhat fascinating that the fact that, 20 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago, you had to move out to Los Angeles and New York. But now those people have gone out to Los Angeles and New York and repatriated back to Pittsburgh.
Right, exactly.
Right? And now you get to leverage their relationship with them,
Yes, exactly. We're seeing that happen a lot. And also something super exciting coming up for me this summer is I actually won a couple of scholarships through the Taco Bell Foundation.
What?
And Taco Bell in the past
You're welcome, because I bought about 10,000 burritos in the last 60 days.
I knew you were going to say that.
Me too. Don't tell anyone. But Taco Bell is fantastic in the sense of they do this scholarship program, and they actually were able to fly me in the past all over the country to perform for them. I actually opened up for Katy Perry and got to meet her.
What? Wait,
nobody knows
I miss this. Okay, I was going to say, I follow
breaking news.
you.
Do we have a breaking news bumper?
Somebody put the camera on her right now.
Yeah.
Wow. I need to get better at my own social media. I'm too busy trying to post for everyone else.
Sure.
So anyways, this upcoming summer, I'm actually getting flown to San Diego again to perform for another Taco Bell event. So I'm really excited, to venture out to other cities, but always come back home to Pittsburgh.
Oh my God.
And I love that Pittsburgh is sort of 2 hours from your original home, and you call Pittsburgh home.
Exactly.
Is it our music scene though? Has it gotten better since you've even been here through school?
Yes, it really has. And what's interesting is, my junior and senior year was COVID. So pre-COVID, it was on the rise.
I just wanted to pretend I was your age.
My senior years are COVID.
Come on, no way. But yeah, before COVID, I was playing shows so much around campus, and Point Park had some venues opening in Market Square that supported upcoming musicians and young artists. But then COVID, live events were the first to close and the last to reopen. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that really took a toll on a lot of artists, at least mentally, trying to navigate that landscape. But now that we're a few years out of it, and hope to God it never comes back again. But I definitely think last summer, and more importantly this upcoming summer, is going to be booming with the live bands again. The festivals are all back in full swing, and some of the awesome venues that have opened in the past 2 years. I think it's coming back, and it's really exciting to see those bars and restaurants open up again for upcoming musicians. So
nice.
I love it.
Okay. Where does everybody find your music?
Yeah. So you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It's just my name, Brianna Apley. I'm in the studio this summer. I'm hoping to release, some of my first singles on Spotify ever this summer. So keep a lookout.
We're in the studio as well at Aziz for coloring.
Wow.
But that's a different studio. All right. So our question of the day is this. Look at our painting here.
Yes.
And
you cannot use fruit salad or runts.
Right.
So don't think that those are things that
and
you
cannot
can
use
rename.
Mary Widow's podcast either.
Right.
So what do you see? What would you call it?
Oh my gosh. Maybe it's a summer picnic.
Summer picnic. All right.
Summer picnic in Oakland.
Summer picnic.
In
Oakland?
Yeah, Shenley Park. It's a summer picnic in Shenley Park.
Are you like me and you think that you're near Oakland, but actually we're in downtown Pittsburgh? Because I am proximity challenged, and I have thought that I was in Oakland before. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. You know you're downtown.
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
cool.
So you are going to
Blonde
sing us a
moment.
song. You're going to sing us a song. We're going to take a little break here and get our 412 dues. Is that right? Get our 412 dues, and then we'll get you set up for a song. Thanks, everybody. It's your Jagoff Late Night.
My name is Jack Doherty. I am with the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, and I am here to tell you the 4-1 to-dos for the month of June. Summer is here for downtown Pittsburgh. We have a full calendar of programming, both for activities here in Mellon Square and Market Square. Mellon Square is looking more beautiful than ever. We have the fountain turned on. We can't wait to kick things off here for the summer. A couple special events coming up that you're not going to want to miss. For the first 2 weekends of June, so starting on May 31st through June 2nd, and then June 7th through 9th, Market Square is turning into World Square yet again. So this is a 3-day festival over 2 weekends, welcoming Pittsburgh's newcomer and immigrant communities. We're going to have over 30 vendors, full lineup of amazing music, and some really great food. So you're not going to want to miss that. And then in Mellon Square, over Father's Day weekend, we are going to pop up a Mellon Square mini golf course right here, right where I'm standing. So what better way to kind of hit the links downtown, if you will, bring your dad down and have a lot of fun. In addition to that, we've got a full program of daily activities going on. We have lunchtime concerts both in Mellon Square and Market Square just about every day of the week. On Thursdays, we have our farmers market in Market Square. Also Thursdays here in Mellon Square, Chick-fil-A is popping up over lunchtime. We've got yoga in the square in Market Square, workout Wednesdays in Mellon Square. There's plenty of things to do. We're excited for the summer. We can't wait to get everything started. You can find all the details on our website at downtownpittsburgh.com. Make sure to follow us on all the social media channels at Downtown Pitt, and we'll see you downtown.
Hey, mister, what are you doing?
I'm just fixing your screens.
Why?
Because the other ones are kind of old.
After 40 years in business, Screenmobile has seen it all. From simple window and door screens to 3-season rooms, motorized screens, and more. Screenmobile is here to help.
Why is the sky blue? Why do birds put their nests so high up?
Our team of professional technicians is ready to answer your questions. Well, most of them. And help you find the best screen solution for your home or workplace. Screenmobile. You call, we screen.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
Hi everyone, it's Brianna Apley, and I am so excited to be on your Jagoff podcast today, right downtown in the city of Pittsburgh. And this is my original song called More to You. Back when we were young, never knew what we were running from. Midnight phone calls, chewing bubble gum. We thought we knew everything, and now we're 21. Both moved on with another one, and they're on with another one. 'Cause we never agreed much on anything. It's like you wake up one day, you're 16, got your first love on the football team, and you weren't liked much in school, but you had your dreams at 16. And don't look, you're 22, you've got your base years yet catching up to you. You didn't know EA, but you had so much to do, 'cause there was nothing left to him, and there was so much more to you. More to you. Under the city lights, walking around with all my friends at night. And life right now, I guess, is pretty nice. I got out of that small town. It's like a when you decide to leave it all behind you. Guys like him, they can't even come near you. You've got a clear view, looking through your rear view. You were meant for more. It's like you wake up one day, you're 16, got your first love on the football team, and you weren't liked much in school, but you had your dreams. It's 16, and don't look, you're 22. You've got your base years yet catching up to you. You didn't know it, but you had so much to do, 'cause there was nothing left to him, and there was so much more to. Girl, you've always been a dreamer, top of the line, one of a kind. He's always been an unbeliever in himself and in life and in doing what's right, but that's not your type. Sugar, you shine. It's like you wake up one day, you're 16, got your first love on the football team, and you weren't liked much in school, but you had your dreams. It's 16, and don't look, you're 22. You've got your base years yet catching up to you. You didn't know it, but you had so much to do, 'cause there was nothing left to him, and there was so much more to you. More to you, girl, there was so much more to wake up to, so much more. Girl, there was so much more to you.
Yeah.
Oh my
Brianna
gosh.
Appley.
I sort of feel like a
yeah.
Swiftie, and you're not you're not
How
Taylor.
fantastic
but
was that? Stay on
awesome.
stay on the mic there for a second, because man, that was fantastic. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
And
Excellent.
when can we wrestle you into another bridge, a boat, the top of a building? We're gonna do something on.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right. So you look. Did we do the painting with you yet?
We did.
We did do
Yeah,
the painting.
we did.
So Sarah Aziz, come on back up here.
Yay.
So as we end
Brianna,
the podcast,
one more
we have to-
time, where does everybody find you and follow you?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Just my name, Brianna Appley.
Love it.
All right, Sarah Aziz and Brianna, hang in there, because we're going to need, was Parker around?
I don't know where he is.
Okay, there we go. So we all know in Pittsburgh, it's not a painting at the end of the show until it's flipped over, right? Like Cody, right? So
Cody's table.
we're going to dramatically flip the painting upside down.
Did anyone see Sarah's response on that? Okay,
And Parker is our assistant, going to flip that thing upside down.
Monica.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Now, you see,
Now what do you see,
Does
Sarah
it look
Aziz?
like Andy Russell, Franco Harris, Heinz Ward?
No.
Does it look like runch spelled backwards, or maybe fruit salads?
It maybe
the reverse.
looks a little like the origins of the cultural district.
I like it. There you go. There you go. I like it.
Okay.
All right.
Getting back to our roots
Sarah
there.
Aziz,
Triple
Brianna,
X.
thank you so much. And we thank everybody here at the Cultural Trust. Thank the folks from the sound stage here. They kind of put up
Fly
with us
Space.
hanging
Yeah,
out
Fly
here.
Space.
We
Fly
appreciate
Space is
that.
amazing.
Yeah, Fly
Yeah,
Space.
it's not magic,
Fly
it's Fly
Space.
Space.
Exactly.
And thanks to Christopher. You're
Just
over on
Christ.
Instagram.
Just Christ.
Was doing
That's
this live. And thanks to Parker, and thanks to Mary Widows for coming out, and Julie and Emily.
There you go. You said thanks to everybody, and thanks as always to Rohrich Automotive, and have an amazing weekend. Come to TRAF, you Jagoffs.